Yeah, absolutely, I can. So I'm Jasper, now a life coach at Amplio. I would describe myself as a passionate, energetic, ambitious person. Um, what what really my values are is like authenticity. I think authenticity is very important. Uh, Constantly curiosity, so always be searching for how things uh, yeah, can be developed, can be improved, and mainly as well what I noticed really flows my boat, what really works for me, is helping others. So I noticed that makes me happy. I see that helping others is kind of my catalyst towards happiness. Every time I help others, I get a shot of happiness as well. Like those others are helped through the questions that I ask or the support that I provide, but as well I get the happiness out of it. So that's me. Can you introduce yourself?
Yes, so I'm Helen, and I also work at Amplio. For me, I really believe in positivity and optimism, and I think that spreading that also through coaching is one of the reasons why I got into this field. So, um, yeah, I think that helping others is also very fulfilling, but at the same time, it's something that I want to leave behind when I'm not here on this earth anymore. So I want it to be my legacy that I've helped as many people as possible.
Oh, cool. Nice to hear.
So, what is coaching to you?
Oh, good question. Coaching to me, the first time I got in contact with coaching was when I was on the football field. Like, I had a coach that was the person that helped me towards the victories in the football matches that I did as a youngster. So that was the first moment. But the coach not always had a positive connotation. Sometimes he substituted me, sometimes he didn't select me. So a coach, yeah, that was a coach to me at that time. Later, I went to high school more, and I started to talk to people, and then I understood like a coach is somebody who helps other people in their development. And then I felt like, oh, I really liked also helping people in that way, and people was like, oh, that's really something for you. So I felt like, oh, I'm going into coaching. Then university came after. So it was still something that really was close to me. So I started also, to coach, but more to train. So I helped other students, mostly high school students, in terms of their education at the time. So I helped them with the different courses, how to structure their homework, their work and life balance. So that was where I focused on then, and yeah, that's what I liked. And after, when I started working, I understood more and more what coaching was. It's really helping others to answer their own questions. So then I tried to coach and mentor other, my colleagues, mostly more junior colleagues in their work endeavors. So that was then that next step. But then I really started to understand like what coaching is. And coaching is more really to empower other people to function to their best ability. So that is coaching to me. Maybe a little bit long-winded answer, but this is for me the way that coaching fits into my life. So, and what is coaching to you?
Well, to be honest, I never really had much contact with coaching in general. When I went to university, I had a few problems with my mental health, so I got into contact with counselors. So that was mainly kind of my type of contact with that realm. But then afterwards, during my working life, I discovered coaching. So I really started applying some of the coaching frameworks to my own life, and I realized that actually coaching frameworks enabled me to improve, but in my own way. So counselors helped me by kind of recalibrating my mental health and kind of keeping me functioning at the same level. But coaching really helped elevate me to a new level, not by imposing actions on me or imposing ways of thinking, but by utilizing my strengths and just taking them to the next level.
So cool to hear.
Why do you think coaching is so important for millennials?
So coaching for millennials, I think it is really of paramount importance to them to really have coaching. Yeah, millennials, we know them all, they are smart, they are fast, but as well, they are often broke, and they also can be sometimes a little bit ignorant. So I think this really generation, there's so much potential in this generation, but they don't always reap the potential that they have. So I certainly believe that it's really a generation with the highest potential of all the generations before. But to reap that, I think that they really need coaching of somebody to support them to pave a path towards reaching that potential. After people will say like, yeah, you can do it with family or with friends, or with acquaintances, to really find out like what is your path. But often those people don't have the time, or they are simply not competent. So for that reason, I think a coach can help really them to accelerate their growth, so they can really leapfrog themselves to their potential. So I think if millennials do not choose for coaching, it's of course all up to them, but they kind of miss out to really make the most out of their lives. And what do you think? Do you think coaching is something for millennials?
Yeah, I really do think so. And I mainly think this for two reasons. So the first one would be the increasing pressure from external factors like social media, for example, but also the workplace is getting way more competitive, so that's an additional pressure. Home life, I read recently that actually we are the generation with the most divorced parents, so I think that puts a lot of pressure on us as well. And secondly, I think that we millennials are becoming more aware of the importance of mental capabilities, and also things like emotional intelligence. So I think we have really noticed that we need those skills to advance in our careers, to make deep social connections, to really perform well and succeed in life, but also to find our happiness in life. So for me, those are two reasons why coaching is important for millennials now more than ever, actually.
Super, nice.
How do you see the long-term future of Amplio?
Yeah, of course, you start a company with a reason to really be there for the long term. We started Amplio with the vision to have more a stress-free world, to really help to empower the millennials to really create the best lives for themselves. And I want to contribute to that. I want to really, if I can bring just millennials one step further in terms of their happiness, in terms of the amount of anxiety they experience, or the amount of stress they experience, then that would be of great value. So I hope that 5 years from now we will be more present, we'll be able to speak at conferences about this subject, because I think this is so undervalued. Like, the millennials, it was always the generation was more blocking us, but I think it is really the generation that's going to really give us that extra boost. And I think that's so important, that we're going to enlighten the millennials from a different perspective. Not like from, oh, how to manage the millennials, but more like, oh, how to capitalize on all the greatness and the knowledge of those millennials. So I really want to get us to there. Like at this moment, I cannot say like over 10 years we want to be this size and we want to have this amount, help this amount of people through Amplio coaching. It is for me more really to contribute to a better future for the millennials. I want to really to be that this the generation where 200, 300, 400, 500 years ahead of us are looking back and really think like, whoa, that was really the generation that made this world a better place. Because that's all what we actually want. We just want to live in an even better place. We already have a great place where we're living at the moment, but we always want to improve. So that's how we human beings are. And I hope really that they will reflect on we millennials and think like that was really the generation.
Okay, well, we are known as the anxiety generation at the moment.
And
also,
that needs to be over. So that's really what I see for Amplio. But of course, you're working at Amplio as well. What about you? What do you envision for Amplio for the 5, 10, 20 year time?
Yeah, so at the moment we are known as the anxiety generation, as the snowflake generation as well. Like we are the weak ones, we are really not tenacious or resilient. And firstly I would want to change the perception of us millennials as that generation. Because yes, we may be snowflakes, but that also means that we have a high emotional sensitivity. And secondly, well, I think coaching can really contribute to turning the other one around and making us the generation that beat anxiety.
Nice. Thanks.
Thank you.